When the grid dies, you have 30 minutes to not become a statistic. It is 7:42 p.m. Tuesday, you are scrolling. Click. Everything dies. The hum stops. The lights vanish. That little green dot on your router, gone. And in that split second of absolute silence, you realize something that makes your stomach drop. You have no fucking clue what to do next. Here is the thing. Nobody tells you. Most people fail in blackouts, not because they're unlucky. They fail because they treat power outages like a Netflix pause temporary, annoying someone else's problem to fix. They're wrong. Dead wrong. When Hurricane Sandy hit New York in 2012, people didn't die from wind or water. They died from carbon monoxide poisoning, hypothermia, dehydration, all preventable, all because they waited for someone else to save them. Modern society is exactly 3 days from complete breakdown. Without electricity, 3 days. That is how long it takes for grocery stores to empty, gas stations to shut down, and water treatment to fail. The 2021 Texas freeze proved this. People boiled snow for drinking water, burned furniture to stay warm. Some froze to death in their own homes. In America, in the 21st century, because they thought the cavalry was coming. Spoiler, the cavalry isn't coming. Fire departments get overwhelmed. Police can't respond to every call. Hospitals run on backup power that won't last forever. You're on your own. And what you do in the first 30 minutes determines whether you survive or become another casualty. They talk about on the news 3 weeks later. Rule 1. Execute the 3-minute light protocol. Not eventually. Not when you get around to it. Immediately. When darkness hits, 3 things happen simultaneously. Panic spreads, accidents multiply, and predators start hunting. Yes, predators. Because when the lights go out, the wolves come out to play. You have exactly 3 minutes to establish complete lighting control throughout your entire living space. Grab your primary flashlight, which should be within arm's reach. That is your command light. Use it to navigate to your lighting stations. Battery-powered lanterns in the living room, kitchen, main bedroom, glow sticks in bathrooms because they're waterproof and last for hours. But here is the move most people miss. After you light up your interior, you control your exterior visibility. Draw every curtain, close every blind, block every window, because in a widespread blackout, a brightly lit house is a neon sign that screams, "We have supplies, come take them." Time check. If you've done this right, it has been 3 minutes since the power died, and you're already operating from a position of strength, while your neighbors are still asking, "Honey, where is the flashlight?" Rule 2. Deploy the water fortress strategy within 10 minutes of power loss. Because after light, water is your most critical resource. Here is what most people don't realize. When the power grid fails, the water system has maybe 6 to 12 hours before it starts failing too. Water treatment plants lose power. Pumping stations shut down. Pressure drops. Fill your bathtub. That is 30 to 50 gallons right there. Fill every sink, every pot, every pitcher, every bucket you own. But here is the critical part. While you're collecting, you need to be treating. Drop a water purification tablet into each container, or add a few drops of unscented bleach. 2 to 3 drops per gallon. This isn't about taste. It is about not dying from dysentery 3 days from now. Your mathematical reality. You need 1 gallon per person per Dalton Y. Just for drinking. Add cooking and basic hygiene, and you are looking at 1.5 to 2 gallons per person daily. Got a family of 4. You need 8 gallons per Dalton Y minimum. For a week long outage, that is 56 gallons. The prepared survivors I know can secure 100 plus gallons of clean drinking water within the first hour of an outage, while others are still figuring out what is happening. They've already solved their most critical survival need. Rule 3. Master food triage and power. Free cooking. Your refrigerator will maintain safe temperatures for maybe 4 hours if you keep it closed. Your freezer might last 24 to 48 hours. After that, bacterial breeding ground. Triage everything. Cooked leftovers, dairy products, anything with mayonnaise. These go bad fast. Use them first or throw them out. Fresh meats, fish, poultry. Cook these immediately or preserve them with salt. But here is where most people fail completely. They have no way to cook without power. A portable propane stove with extra fuel canisters can boil water, cook rice, heat soup, even fry eggs. Just use them outside or in well-ventilated areas, because carbon monoxide will kill you faster than hunger. Create a 72-hour meal plan. using only shelf-stable foods, and your alternative cooking methods. Practice it now while the power is on. Canned goods become your foundation. Soups, stews, chili, vegetables. Add rice, pasta, and dried beans for bulk and calories. And here is something most people forget: comfort foods. When your world turns upside down, familiar tastes provide psychological comfort. That is worth its weight in gold. Rule 4. Win the temperature war. Because whether it is blazing summer heat or bone-chilling winter cold, losing control of your environment is a death sentence. For cold, pick one room and turn it into your survival sanctuary. Seal it off with blankets, plastic sheeting, anything that blocks drafts and traps heat. Layer everything. Wrap yourself in sleeping bags. Use emergency mylar blankets on walls and over windows to reflect heat back. Body heat is your primary heating source, so cluster together. Humans are basically walking furnaces that produce about 100 watts of heat each. For summer heat, close all blinds and curtains during the day. Use reflective materials to block windows that get direct sunlight. When the sun sets, open windows on opposite sides of your home to create cross ventilation. Cooling hack: hang wet towels in front of open windows. As air passes through, evaporation cools it down by several degrees. Critical safety warning: never use charcoal grills, gas stoves, or kerosene heaters indoors to combat cold. Carbon monoxide poisoning kills silently and quickly. Rule 5. Establish your communication lifeline. Your smartphone is useless when cell towers die in 8 to 24 hours. You need multiple redundant systems. Battery-powered or hand-crank radio for emergency information. NOAA weather radio, MFM stations, emergency broadcast frequencies. These don't depend on cell towers. Walkie-talkies with decent range can connect you with family members or neighbors. Some models have ranges of several miles and don't depend on any infrastructure. Solar chargers and hand-crank power banks keep your phone alive. Your car becomes a mobile communication hub. Car radios pick up signals from much farther away, and you can charge phones using the 12-volt outlet. Paper backup is crucial. Keep a printed list of important phone numbers. When batteries die or devices get damaged, paper still works. Rule 6. Build your medical fortress. If you take prescription drugs, insulin, heart medication, blood pressure meds, you need backup cooling systems. Battery-powered coolers with ice packs can maintain proper temperatures for days. Your first aid kit needs to go way beyond basic bandages. Think about what injuries are most likely during a blackout. Cuts from broken glass, burns from candles, sprains from navigating in the dark, food poisoning from spoiled food. Stock antiseptics, various sizes of bandages and gauze, burn gel, pain relievers, anti-diarrhea medication, and antibiotics if you can get them. Hygiene becomes a medical issue when normal systems shut down. Stock up on wet wipes, hand sanitizer, toothbrushes, toothpaste, and feminine hygiene products. These aren't luxuries. They're medical necessities. If toilets stop flushing, you need a plan. Plastic bags, sawdust, or kitty litter for absorption, and a designated waste area away from your living and food storage spaces. Rule 7. Establish your security perimeter. In extended blackouts, crime rates spike dramatically. Your prepared household becomes a target for those who didn't plan ahead. Physical security starts with your entry points: deadbolts, security bars, reinforced door frames, manual locks, wooden door braces, and noisemakers that alert you to intrusion attempts. Controlled visibility is key. Dim lighting visible from outside suggests someone's home, but conserving resources. Bright lights everywhere screams, we have plenty of supplies, come take them. But here is the most important security principle. Don't be the only prepared house on your block. Help a few trusted neighbors develop basic preparedness. A prepared neighborhood is more secure than one prepared house surrounded by desperate people. Rule 8. Master resource multiplication. Resource multiplication isn't about having unlimited supplies. It is about maximizing what you have. One battery can power multiple devices if you're strategic. LED lights use a fraction of the power of incandescent bulbs. Solar lights charge during the day and provide illumination all night. That propane stove isn't just for cooking. It is also a heat source. Cook your meal, then use the residual heat to warm water for washing or drinking. Gray water from washing dishes can water plants or flush toilets. Rainwater collection systems can multiply your water supply indefinitely. Every item in your emergency kit should serve multiple purposes. Duct tape repairs, secures, insulates, and marks. Plastic sheeting creates vapor barriers, rain collection surfaces, and privacy screens. Skill multiplication is the ultimate force multiplier. Basic repair skills let you fix things instead of replacing them. Food preservation knowledge turns perishables into long-term storage. Rule 9. Implement escalation protocols. Extended power outages escalate through predictable phases. Phase 1 is the first 24 hours. Execute Rules 1 through 8. Secure lighting, water, food, temperature control, and communications. Phase 2 kicks in around days 2 to 3. Supply chain disruptions become obvious. Your protocols shift from preparation to conservation mode. Ration everything. Minimize energy usage. Strengthen security measures. Phase 3 starts around days 4 to 7. Social order begins breaking down. This is when you decide shelter in place or relocate to a safer environment. Your escalation decision tree should be predetermined. If violence increases, what is your trigger point for leaving? If water supplies become contaminated, where do you go? Bug out bags become critical in phase 3. Water purification, shelter, food, medical supplies, communication devices, and important documents all in grab and go format. The hardest escalation decision is knowing when to abandon your prepared position, but sometimes staying becomes more dangerous than leaving. Listen, we've covered 9 rules that could save your life when the lights go out. Watching isn't enough. Knowledge without action is just entertainment. Here is your homework. Pick 3 rules and implement them this week, not eventually. This week, test your flashlight setup. Calculate your water storage capacity. Practice cooking without power, because the time to discover your plan doesn't work isn't during the emergency. The difference between chaos and control is preparation. Your move.